Hello, welcome to New Movie Madman, and I'm back. And today's Tuesday, so today we've got a really exciting 4K Blu-ray to show you today. Quite excited about this one actually. I have waited for a little while for this to be delivered, but you know, that's what happens when it's being delivered by the Royal Mail. Today we're going to talk about The Mist in 4K. So this is the new edition of The Mist that you can get in 4K. I had to get this imported from the US, which half explained why it took so long, but it didn't explain why the Royal Mail just held it in their Royal Mail office for 10 days before they decided to deliver it. Apparently that means in transit. I think it means in bollocks, but whatever. There's a back cover for you as well. If you're interested, this has got the full colour version of the film as well as the director's cut, which is in black and white as well. So they're both on 4K, the colour version and the black and white version are both on 4K, which if you look closely does say there as well. So let's get the slipcover off, eh? And yeah, you can see it's basically the same there. Let's get the plastic off though, eh? Let's do that. Let's have a little look inside as well, eh? Cool, so there's 4 discs in this set. You've got the 4K of the colour version there. You've then got the 4K black and white version there, and the Blu-ray of the colour version there, and then the Blu-ray of the black and white version there. So, nice beautiful 4K, nice beautiful 4 disc set for you there, although only 2 of them will work here because the other 2 will be region locked because they're from the US, but the Blu-rays will be unlocked. If not, I will start crying and probably send it back. But still, I'm going to have a little look at the films and see what they're like. I can compare them to my Mist Blu-rays that I have here. I've got the black and white version in there as well, so I can compare both versions to both versions. So that's exciting as well, isn't it? So stay there and I'll be right back. So The Mist, eh? What can I tell you about The Mist? It's a good film, so that's a good start. Got the Blu-ray here as well, which has got the black and white version in it too, which I've probably told you already. But I'm going to tell you again anyway, just in case you forgot about it exactly 90 seconds ago. So yeah, if you do want to see the director's cut is in black and white. So if you do want to see how it looks in black and white, it's definitely worth it. But this in 4K. So if you look at this, if you look at the colour version of this in 4K, to me, I wasn't overly impressed. I mean, it still was a decent looking 4K disc, but it was a bit grainy. I mean, like I say, I don't have a problem with grain, and obviously this is an older film. So it was released in 2007, so it's quite old now, as some people would say. 2007 was a long time ago. For me, it wasn't really that long ago because I was around before 2007 as well, so it kind of came in the middle of my life really. So yeah, the colour 4K disc was a bit grainy for me, but you know, I'm not offended by grain. I just thought maybe they could have dialed it back a little bit. I felt a little bit like it had been badly restored by Arrow Video rather than restored well by Arrow Video, because I'm starting to see that Arrow Video were a bit 50-50 these days. They're either really good or they're just poo, and I would have said this would have been one of the poo Arrow Video discs. But that's just the colour version, okay? So don't get me wrong, alright? Have a look at it in black and white, because when I looked at it in black and white, even if it was a little grainy, because it was in black and white, it kind of went with the black and white, if that makes sense. It felt like the grain wasn't as present in the black and white version as well, which was quite nice. But also, if you were to ask me which version of The Mist you prefer watching, I would have said the black and white version, just because the black and white version doesn't really show up the really bad CGI as much. It kind of gets rid of, well, because it's in black and white, so there's no purple line around the CGI, so it's quite nice to see that there was no purple present in the CGI. The CGI actually looks mildly better in black and white, I would have said. And the film, I just quite liked it in black and white. Alright, I'm sorry, but I just did. So get over it. All in all, it was really nice to have both of the films in 4K. So it was quite nice to have the colour version and the black and white version in 4K. It would have been a bit disappointing if they just restored the colour version, because then I would have been stuck with that and stuck with the purple CGI, which just shows up that little bit more when you watch it in 4K. Just in case you were wondering, it does show up the CGI a little bit more. It's not like it improves it or anything like that. If anything, it just makes it look that little bit worse. But like I said, if you watch it in black and white, it just looks that little bit better. And the CGI just looks that little bit better as well. So, love that, didn't you? Yeah. So that's The Mist for you. A nice little exciting video for you there. I'm going to be back tomorrow with another Marvel movie. Coming to the end of phase 3. What I'm going to do with phase 4 and phase 5, I'm not sure yet, but it's very, very likely I'm probably not going to review all of it, but we'll see how we go. But that's it for Tuesday. If you could like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'm going to fuck off. Okay? Goodbye.